Uh-huh. Okay.
They never peeled the lettering off before they just painted over it,
Yeah.
and it's all the way across.
Okay.
Same thing in the. Same thing back here on this wall.
Letters on the wall. Okay.
Yeah, all the way. It's pretty big.
Okay.
I didn't notice it until we were hanging pictures up, and I was like,
Yeah, I didn't notice it either.
you can't really notice it, but now that I know it's there, I can see it.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Joel noticed this whenever him and I walked before we moved in,
Okay.
and he got down and he said, "Look, that's a scratch." So he said, "I guess 3 or 4 of those need to be replaced."
Okay.
And then you see all this white stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's everywhere through the entire house. It's paint.
But okay.
And put this out of the way so we don't walk on it. You see this right here? How it's sticking up?
Okay. That's the front people. Uh-huh.
And behind the toilet in the other bathroom, you can see where that's coming up.
Okay. I think that one was addressed with Clive.
Okay.
So the floors people was gonna come back and fix on that.
And then, of course, the infamous shower door.
Now with the shower door.
See, this is where Joel and I were talking. When you close it all the way, you can see even the distance here and the distance there. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
And then even like when you come here and look, the gap up here is like 2, and then it gets wider all the way down.
Okay.
So it's like this door is leaning this way.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the problem that we've been having, I think, what Joel and I discussed, if we bring this down this way just a little bit, it would get rid of a lot of this problem. And if we move this base, move it this way, it would get rid of this leaning problem.
Okay. The only issue that I see, the bar is one whole piece. Okay.
Yeah.
And then this glass is actually holding the bar straight. So if I lean it, forcing it down, I will have to raise that
one
sound.
up.
Yeah. So now you're gonna see the same problem that it was from the beginning, because that was the main issue that we had from the beginning. That
Now the problem, the first problem.
It was crooked, and then we make it level where the levelness actually makes the wall look crooked, because now if you can see the wall is actually kicking out. So I mean,
Okay.
yeah, if I do that, you're gonna see the same holes that we end up replacing from the beginning. You see what I'm talking about?
Yes and no. I mean, if the door was square, then this should be square right here, but it's not. You see how this is skinnier down here and it gets wider up here?
Yeah, but we have the level.
And then why is the door not hanging square? I mean, forget about the walls. Mm-hmm. If that bar was level and this was closing squarely, then this should be the same level as this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's because this door is leaning this way. I don't know.
I don't think it's leaning this way. I mean, if it would be that the issue, yeah. But if that would be the issue as far for the gap problem right here, I'm assuming it will be basically the bar.
Okay.
So I
mean,
wonder if that maybe that's why from the beginning they did it off, so that way they will close the gap.
Well, but also, I mean, like if you look at this gap here,
mm-hmm.
If these doors were level with each other, then it should be the same gap all the way down, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the gap down here is a lot wider than the gap up here.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying that bottom piece, this bottom of this needs to be scooted in.
Uh-huh.
Or something, or
yeah, that one's not a problem, because I mean that one is basically just to guide the door.
Yeah.
So.
And one of the initial problems was also when you closed it, this was like hanging. Like, see how it's actually still on?
Mm-hmm.
Before this, when you close the door, it was like all the way over here.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the biggest problems.
Mm-hmm.
So we moved the door back this way, which corrected some of this problem, and then that's when we ended up with the big gap up here.
We didn't move it this way. It was
Yeah.
just basically level up.
No, it moved. It moved that way because the hole was back here.
Mm-hmm.
The originally.
Mm-hmm.
Because whenever you close this glass wasn't even on that base anymore. It was like hanging. You could actually put your finger down between the door and the base.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to be moved out this way some.
Okay, so you want to just move the glass this way then, towards the.
Well, I think that base needs to move this way, but then I also think this needs to be moved down and over a little bit,
Okay.
which in turn is going to make that one move up and out a little bit.
So that's what I'm saying. Like once I do that, it's gonna do the pipe is gonna look crooked.
Okay. Well, are you 100% absolutely confident that pipe is perfectly level right now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I don't know what to do. But I know this gap is not going to work. And I know the gap was smaller at one point.
Mm-hmm. Because of the crookedness. And that it was. I have the picture of it before I remove it.
Okay.
And it was literally was doing this, and that's what it was more closed on this side. But then you see the crooked on this side because this one was straight, but then this one was down.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. But I know.
So that I mean, I'm just trying to see an easier solution because I mean, from the beginning, the main issue was basically the wall that is actually kicking out. So obviously the pipe is gonna stay straight, but then the frame is gonna be square all the way. That's what is actually seeing the opening on that side. So I mean, as far for the gap in between, you're right. We can just probably put it back in, so that way it'll be the same weight as far for the pipe
Top and the bottom.
on the bottom. But as far for that, yeah, I can do it the way you're saying.
Hello?
But
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the middle of something. What's up? I'll call you back when I'm done. Alright, I don't know. I know it's difficult because nothing's really square in there, but I know that's not going to work. So I don't know. When Joe and I talked, he seemed to agree if we move that down and over a little bit, that it would. If the pipe if that bar is a little bit angled down like that, I mean that is more livable than that.
okay, I mean, without moving this side, if I drop this out, it's not gonna be maybe like a 1/4 inch down, and it's not gonna make that big difference because, like I said, I can't force this pipe down without moving this because these are holding the pipe. So once I force it this way, it's just a chance that I can crack. Because it's a tempered glass, so they literally.
Yeah. All right. Well.
But I mean, Clive is gonna be here, and that's exactly what the instruction that I was told was basically put it the way it was. But then we're gonna have the same issue. The pipe is gonna look crooked, but then it's gonna be close the gap, and then you're gonna see the holes.
Well, as long as this is centered on this, or is on this part the way it's supposed to be, instead of hanging off like it was the second time, and this gap is even. If the pipe is a little crooked, I'd rather live with it like that.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to look at that pipe and be like, is that crooked? All the time. But every time I open and shut this door, I mean, that's pretty noticeable. So, I don't know. I'm trying to wish I would have just gone with a regular door. But what else was on that list?
I have the post that I was working on.
Oh yeah, let's look at that. And I don't know if this is just the way this floor looks, but on some of these gaps, it looks like the gaps are getting wider. But I think it's just the design of the floor. I'm not going to bitch about that. But all the paint all over everything, and then you see the one back there?
Yeah, that's the one that I know that we sent the picture to the office and let them know because it was lifted on this side.
Yeah.
And
like this bathtub, all this crap.
Okay.
I mean, that was a brand new bathtub. And even like, I know the stains out here is from the water, shampoo or whatever, but all around that lip, that's all from like the tile work and stuff. And I mean, the whole reason why we put a new tub in was because it was for the kids. So we wanted to make sure it was new and clean. And then this is going to be done. But I mean, everywhere in the entire house, like
Yeah, like
Joel
what?
said, basically whoever comes in to clean the house should have come in and just went like mowing the yard and just cleaned every little spot, but that's not what happened. See if I can find that list real quick so I can make sure I.
Yeah, it was the staining, the cleaning paint, the closet mirrors,
Yes.
the
doors.
shower door.
Oh, and I don't know how y'all mounted this down, but if you look right here on this, see how this has a lip right here? Over here, it's the other way.
So it's flush.
Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
So you can actually feel the lip there, and over here, it's the other way.
Okay.
But if you look right here, it's like touching here, and there's a big gap here, and same thing on this side.
Okay.
So I don't know how y'all mount it down, but if it's like it just needs to be twisted just
A little bit.
a hair, and it'd be perfectly straight.
Okay.
We did this when we moved in, so we'll fix that. But there's paint on all the door handles, or a lot of the door handles. But I'm guessing that probably needs to just wait till after they do the countertops and and you see that white stuff underneath there?
Yeah.
That's from her vacuuming. Should that paint be coming off that easy?
Shouldn't be, but it's coming off really easy.
I mean, my solution to it was just don't vacuum.
Yeah, because I mean, I gotta check and see what's peeling off like that. I shouldn't be peeling off like that. Because one thing for sure is,
Yeah, I just got here. Lewis is here, and some other guys out there painting the doors. Oh, I thought he was gonna be here. Oh, well, I'm walking through with Lewis right now, but I probably won't be here once he gets here. And as far as the countertops, I'm still waiting to hear back from one guy, but the whole cut right there, I mean, yeah. Okay. Well, I should find out some. I'll find out some today and let you know today whether or not we're just going to go ahead and go with your guy, or if the guy that I found can do it differently. But we need to. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, not yet. We're just we've been out of town, and honestly, I was waiting to see when we were going to schedule the rest of the stuff before we actually make the payment. So now that we got it going, we'll yeah, and yeah, there was just a lot of little things, and it's been a month, and we hadn't heard anything, so we're just kind of like, well. Yeah. All right, well, I'll talk to Samantha, and we'll get that over to you. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff about the floor and stuff like that. That was the biggest thing. Is like, every time Samantha's. Yeah, there's one spot down the hall where and Joel saw that when him and I walked it before we moved in. He saw that where there was a. It looked like when they were taking the closet doors into my daughter's room, they probably drug the corner across the floor or something. But and then of course all the paint throughout the house. Every time Samantha sweeps them off and stuff, she's like, "This is supposed to be a brand new floor, and I can't get it clean because there's paint everywhere." So, yeah. I mean, it's like just little spots, but it's through the entire house. So, but all right. Well, I'm gonna finish. Yeah, we've walked through pretty much everything, and we're both kind of. That shower door is going to be a pain in the ass, but I think we'll figure out a compromise on it to get it to where we can live with it. But we'll see. The only other option is to knock that whole wall out and build it straight. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Thanks. All right. I think that was all that was on the list.
Okay.
For now. Oh, come look at this in his bathroom real quick. Tell me what you think caused this. I've been watching to see if any more of it happens, and it hasn't. But you see let's see.
The flake thing.
Yeah, you see him hanging?
Yeah.
It started doing that, but it hasn't gotten any worse. I mean, I don't know what caused that, but
I wonder if it's because of the humidity. Might have to use semi-gloss instead of flat.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you have really that much humidity,
well, I mean,
then you have to have semi-gloss in it. But I mean, it all depends on you. Like if we could probably do the semi-gloss on.
Well, I mean, like I said, I haven't touched any of that because I just want to let it go and see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But
because it's not bubbling like if it was wet.
No. That's why it was confusing to me. If it would have been bubbling and peeling and stuff,
yeah, that would be
obvious. But I mean, like I said, that happened like the first day we were here, and then it hasn't gotten any worse. So I think that's okay. Just leave it alone. I just want to use
when you use the shower, you turn the exhaust fan on.
Sometimes.
Because that will help too.
You can see all the paint and shit on there.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you saw on the door what I was talking about, all the doors where you can still see gold like behind the
Yeah, that's why I told them to just make sure they detail that out right now. So that way, by the time we're working inside, they will dry it out and then I can put the wheels on.
And did you get the rollers?
Yeah, Clive have him. That's why I'm waiting for him. If not, then I'm going to have to go to the office. So everything else is pretty much.
I know I'm forgetting something. Samantha's going to chew my ass for it later, but what to do? I can't call her because she's busy getting her nails done.
Yeah.
Now the stuff in here and on that wall. I mean, how do you think y'all are going to address that? Because if you just peel all those off and then try to touch that up, then you're going to see the difference in the touch up in that.
Most of the times it's like one, just what the peel is off, and then another one on top of it to make it flush. But if it comes to the worst scenario, then will have to be the whole wall. But that's depending on how deep it is.
It's funny because when you peel those stickers off, you can still see the texture behind it. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to be.
But that's what I'm saying. Like usually they just put one mark to fill it, and then let it dry, and then you put the other one on, and it'll disappear.
All right. Okay. I know the floors are going to be hard to do because of all the furniture and shit here now, but.
Yeah.
But if you notice, I mean, see everywhere.
The spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just like in one room. It's like every room, everywhere. It's
See, this one is just, some of them are loose already. We could just detail and then try to sweep it a little bit.
Yeah, those though. I mean, I didn't even know that was a scratch. Joel's the one that pointed that out.
But I wonder how it was done because it's pointing this way.
Well, because I had him replace those closet doors. So I think maybe when they were bringing the closet doors, either taking the old ones out or the new ones in, I think maybe the corner dropped down and scratched it. It's the only thing I can think of because...
Yeah, because that's kind of weird. Like if you're taking the door out, you go straight.
Yeah.
Not this way.
Well, I don't know. But it wasn't there one day. Like, it wasn't there. And then like 2 days later, Joel and I walked it before we moved in, and it was there. So the only thing I can think of that they had done during that 2 days was those closet doors. That's why I was just thinking it was the closet doors.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of weird because for one, the closet doors are not heavy.
No.
So even if you drag it, it's not gonna make it that deep.
Yeah.
And then another thing is like it's pointing that way.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And even if you're bringing in these ones, these come on cardboard. So unless it was something heavy coming from this way where it didn't fit, where you have to go this way, and yeah. But I mean,
nothing was taken out of there that was heavy.
And I think that the closet doors were out.
They were out way before the floor.
The floor, so. Yeah. I mean, I don't see any other thing that could be.
Yeah.
Could be that. But I'm pretty sure whenever they come with for the ones that are sticking out, they can replace those out.
Yeah, like, see this? You think that looks normal? Cause like I look at that gap and I look at some of the other gaps and they're like,
yeah, they're closer than the other ones.
And I don't remember seeing them that wide. I don't remember some of these gaps being that wide when we first moved in. So I didn't know if it was getting wider over time.
But if it's moving, it would be from the foundation too. But I haven't seen any foundation issues. So I don't think it's gonna be that the problem. Because I mean, that's the only way I could think of. Because I mean,
yeah, the floor's starting to stretch and lean or something.
Because if it'll be moving while people moving in, you would see them getting crooked or anything like that. But
yeah,
getting separate like that is like it's.
But it's, I mean, through the whole house. That's why I was thinking maybe that's just the way it's supposed to look.
Because that's another thing you have to realize is plankings. So vinyl, I mean, sometimes they don't come cut like the way it's supposed to, like perfect. Straight. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know about this kind. I mean, I
wish we would have gone with the other floor that we were going to get.
I haven't worked on this kind of floor before.
So we wanted the floating floor that click together. That's what we wanted. I kind of wish we would have gone with that. I don't think you would have seen as much of this stuff because
the difference is like this one supposedly lasts longer.
It's supposed to last longer, and like when stuff like that scratch happens, you can peel it up and
and it's more solid.
Yeah.
Because the other ones is hollow because it's like literally sitting on top of it. It's more flexible.
I think it would have been prettier. For a little while. But I think that's it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on this, clean it out. So, okay, quick question on this one. So, do you want me to fill this out then?
Well, if they said if you fill that and are we staining that? Oh, that's nothing.
No, it's gonna be oil like this.
Is this supposed to have oil on it too?
Yes, this has oil already.
Okay, so it's supposed to feel rough like this?
I know he sanded,
Well,
but I probably needs a little more out of it. I'll talk to Clive about it. Sand it back again and then make it smoother.
Because if you're going to put oil on that, if you put a filler in there, then the filler's not going to take the oil, right? So you're going to.
It will take, but it will see the darker line because it's not same wood. Basically, the wood is going to respond how much it's going to absorb.
Okay, don't fill it then.
Okay.
Because we want it all the same, looking the same. I think what we talked about, we're going to do that, and then if this doesn't match this good enough, whatever, then we might come in and just paint it anyways. We could paint over the stain, right?
Let me see. No, if it has oil, you have to sand it.
Okay.
But it'll look like if it's wet. Let me see. It'll look like this.
Is this all the stuff you're cleaning off right now?
That's what I'm doing right now. It was all over here.
Okay. Well, let's just go with that and see how it turns out.
Yeah,
This
because
isn't going to be like smooth like this, right? You're not
no,
sanding this.
no.
You're just cleaning all the paint stuff off.
Unless you want me to sand it, I can sand it.
Well, I'll just think about like stuff like this over here. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, if you want me to sand it, I can go ahead and sand it. That's up to you. Because I think from the beginning, the main idea that was gonna use this one to make it look rough, for be natural looking.
Yeah, don't sand it. Just clean it up and then oil it.
Okay.
Because if she don't like it, then we'll have to sand it to paint it anyway. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's the thing. Like if you end up designing on paint it, you have to sand it to the point that it look rough again. Because you gotta make sure that the oil, the paint is gonna
absorb in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty then. Okay. Anything else you wanna?
No, not that I can think of. I'll be in and out. I gotta go run some errands, but
Okay.
I'll be back. Did you hear what they're telling us about this granite? Mm-mm. The guy said he can't do it in one piece.
Yeah, it has to be a connection.
Huh?
It has to be like 2 pieces.
Yeah, because he says it's gonna be too heavy. See, at first I thought
No, it's gonna be the same weight even if it's 2 pieces. I think what they're talking about is just
too heavy
the
for them
way
to
they
pick
have
up.
to cut it. Yeah, because I don't know if you see how they bring it. They bring it on a truck and then they have to bring it on a dolly.
Yeah.
So one whole piece. This is gonna be too heavy to carry this side. So there is a chance that it can break because of the hole. It doesn't have that much support. And I don't think, because I have
they want to
never,
split it right here.
I have never seen them actually cut the hole for the sink on site. I have never seen that. They only do the ones is just for the sink hole. Because I know they have like a big machine that they literally just drop it down and start cutting whatever they need to cut.
They want to put the seam right here like this one, and.
But you have to realize that since it's like cloudy looking, like different colors.
Yeah, you're not going to really see it.
Yeah, it's literally gonna disappear because we had before where we have like long runs and then another one like this, and they have to do the cut on one side to be able to put it on, and you can barely see it.
Yeah. See, we've been asking them, can they put the cut over here? And so this would be one solid piece, and they said no.
It's just hard because of this opening. This is the part that is the chance that it's gonna.
Okay.
There's a lot of cuts, so even to go inside the windows and stuff like that.
Yeah, and from the drawing I saw, I don't think they're gonna make that one. I think they're gonna put pieces in there. Every countertop I've ever seen, and I can't remember if I don't think the sink was in the corner and stuff like this, but I've seen some pretty big houses with like big countertops and like one solid piece. But I think
But see, companies like that, they have cranes. They come in and they'll have
new construction. Where
they just put it in at the beginning. Yeah, I've seen those put it on like with the crane on, but that's like literally from the beginning where they can get in and
drop
out.
them before the roof's even on it. Yeah.
But as far for like this kind of cut, I have never seen that. That's why I was wondering about how they're gonna do the cuts over there.
I think from the pictures I saw, I think they're just gonna bring this straight across, make it a square, and then they're gonna cut pieces to put in the windows. Mm-hmm. I think the drawing was kind of hard to read, but all right. Well, I gotta go fire somebody.
We've been having that all week. That's week.
People getting fired?
Mm-hmm. We got rid of like 2 people already. 2-3 people.
Man, I fired this girl 2 days ago. My son's